NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. And it's all up next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Young Wk8 all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Let's go, man. Ready?
Now again, it's Hubbard going left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play. And a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was no completion that would have picked them up. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown on the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the field in bounds. And a good sign for them right now to have a young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran, but it doesn't matter. We're not quarterback yet, but it doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows them to play better as the game goes on.
Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 36 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback charge. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Four yards remain for 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He's going to try and do this himself. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
He'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He hit on all 6 of his passes on that opening drive, including the final throw for a touchdown, as his guys start here 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combine for the completion and big gain.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A give running right, it's Hubbard. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Right back to Hubbard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals. It wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. 23 yards on the play.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! Chuba Hubbard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Falcons 7.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at about the 1. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Falcons now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 14. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's brought in downfield by London. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown Falcons! Kyle Pitts from 6 yards away. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for for Carolina, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
He continues to deliver. First down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw again. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football in the 2nd half, that's just his 2nd incompletion.
If he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And caught by Trimble. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Touchdown! Rashard Higgins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now, they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of running after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. The momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now Wk8 for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. They're driving their time at 6 plays. And after the put in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. First down. You can keep getting gains feels like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter. I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 41. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's London. And he'll get this one way up, just shy of the 45-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Patterson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the ground, it's Hubbard. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive.